Welcome to the Sports Analyst Auditor. I'm Mr. Receipts, calm, confident, analytical, and here to keep the sports world honest. If they said it, we kept it. If they predicted it, we tracked it. And today, we're pulling the receipts.
Packers defense this week. It'll be Bo Nix's first time facing Micah Parsons, and the second-year quarterback knows it's a big test. Hear what he had to say.
This will be my first time playing him, and only heard stories and seen video, so I know it's going to be a lot for us. He's one of the best players in the league for a reason. You don't want to make him bigger than the game. We'll always be aware of where he's at, just with certain calls, but you definitely have to play the game, and you have to also allow our players to do their best against him.
I mean, listen, I don't know what's going to happen in the game. Bo, respectfully, you have not seen anybody like Micah Parsons probably in your life. Mina, what do you expect to see from this matchup?
I mean, I think the Packers offense versus the Broncos defense is like the football sicko matchup of the week.
Yes.
I want to bring something up, and Ryan, I really want to hear your thoughts on this. So, Jordan Love against man coverage has just shredded it. Second in QBR in the NFL. The Broncos defense, we know, loves playing man coverage, and they're exceptionally good at it. They allow the second lowest QBR in the NFL. It's kind of like a something's got to give scenario. What I want to hear from you, Ryan, is if you're Vance Joseph, do you look at this offense, and even if they've given all the success they've had against man, and some of it's love, some of it's the scheme, some of it's the emergence of Christian Watson, and do you say to yourself, cool, we got Patrick Surtain, so we're good on Christian Watson. We feel good about the rest of our guys against Wicks and Reed and whatnot, or do you change up some of your tendencies given how successful the Packers have been schematically at getting those guys open, and maybe concerned about whether they'll be able to attack the non-Surtains on your defense? Because I think that's going to really decide how this one goes. A lot of this is on Vance Joseph.
No, absolutely. I think it's about having a mixture. It's about being able to show something and have players drop or give players zone eyes on the back end. And the one thing about Pat Surtain II, since he's returned to action, he hasn't been that defensive player of the year that we saw last year. You think about his matchup with Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin was able to get some space and get open, even though Pat has been phenomenal. But you have to think about the Riley Mosses and the McMillans, who have played well, but have been susceptible to getting plays made on them. And when you see Jordan Love playing at this level, here is where the rest of the wide receivers outside of Watson come in. They've been used to being wide receiver by committee. So we've seen some of those guys step up and make number one type plays. Example, Dontavian Wicks versus the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I personally, I don't think they can cover both Wicks and Reed with their guys. I got a lot of respect for Denver's defense, but if they play man in shadow, Surtain on Watson, Jaden Reed should have a big day. I look at the other side and I go, okay, Green Bay's defense just played Chicago's run game, which is a zone-centric run game, and did a very good job. Denver's a little bit different of an animal. Denver will get into 22 personnel, so 2 back, 2 tight end, and they'll run just a little bit more at you with their fullback and pull people. Then they'll also run their keeper game. Bo Nix throwing on the run at a very high clip, and then down in the red zone, utilizing his legs. So for me, it's this Green Bay defense. Can you, 2 weeks in a row, handle a good offensive line in the run game, but in different schemes? And then Bo has made so many plays with his legs this year. Yeah. I think that's when Micah shows up. I think that's the impact that Micah plays, is his ability to chase an athletic quarterback down.
All right, you saw a little teaser there. They were flashing the game picks. I haven't gotten to pick games with you guys on Fridays because of college football. Wow. We're sounding the gong early. Anybody? That makes me a little nervous.
Wow.
And by the way, the Packers have beaten a team on a 10-game win streak only twice, 1934 versus the Lions and 2005 versus
I will
the
just
Seahawks.
say this, too, about this defense. You face Gibbs, Montgomery, Monungai, Swift in consecutive weeks. I mean, they're battle-tested against the run. And
that's true.
You could get the bad Bo Nix for much of this game, and I believe Jordan Love and that team scores enough to make it difficult.
So, the flip side of what I was saying at the top, the Green Bay Packers defense plays zone. Bo has been much better against man than zone. So he's going to have to level up in this one and find the space rather than just throwing the guys. That's where he's had success in the past.